Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think I'm actually added before the NFBC is added this morning. Rare occurrence 0604. I believe it might have just turned. So, sure enough, I'm on the clock now. All right. 1 hour, 55 minutes. This is the proverbial West Coast. This is the East Coast bias of baseball, even with the NFBC not East Coast. This is the Mountain Central time zone. All right. Well, let's see. Some picks have been made since my last pick of Colt Keith. They are, let me see here. They are Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez dropped a while. Somebody got him there. Okay. I'm not against that. I would have had to think about him as a starter there. I think that's a 23rd round pick. So you got that. You can't say that's not right. Swanson, talked up reliever. Go for him. Rengifo. Everybody loves Rengifo. Flexibility. Solar, there were some home runs that were down there. Maybe a tad early on that, but if that's team build, then that's fine. Solar has hit 40 plus home runs in a season. Anybody like that in the 23rd round, you gotta. That's not even a flyer. That's a guy who's hit 40 home runs at the major league level. Then you got the homie Brooks Lee, who of course I passed on there, but I think he's very usable in this format. Brandon Marsh, no opinion. Ronaldo Lopez could be a. I don't want to say a breakout because he's. I don't think there's a lot of ceiling there, but this could be a good year for him. The year that people are expecting the super serviceable, buy a fifth starter, get a third starter role, buy a fourth starter, get a third starter role type of thing. Jacob Lopez, no opinion. Detmers, play the matchups. Dustin May, I don't even know about that. He's not on the Dodgers anymore. Is he healthy? Don't no knowledge on Dustin May. Just gonna let that one go. Never cared about him because he was a doyer. Then you got Ian Seymour, who I think is probably a good pick there. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of a reach in terms of value, but you can want May and Seymour, so you're trying to do something with your pitching there. Jonathan India, I think the guy who gets the most begrudging at bats in the whole league. Who just gets at bats, even though people don't like him or teams don't like him. He's gonna be in there though for 400 some at bats. Then you got, let me see. Then you got the youngster Luis Angel Acuna, gonna get some flexibility. Lugo, that's innings. Libertor, that's innings. Belo, that's innings. Carantini, I was actually gonna draft with my pick here, but I like that Carantini pick. How many catchers does that guy have? Team Nine has two catcher, two catcher for Team Nine. So that's how they do it. That Carantini is their second catcher. I was gonna make him my third. I was gonna quickly make him my third there, but okay, good pick. So the picks that are not in my system there would be the next pick was Kyle Harrison, Sean Murphy, Gavin Sheets. So let me go ahead and put those in. Share this window. Okay. So who's not in here now? Kyle Harrison, Sean Murphy, Gavin Sheets. Kyle Harrison, Sean Murphy, Gavin Sheets. Okay, so they're in now. They will calculate around. Do do do. Do 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 do. There's a small error here where Ellie Deli is somehow showing as gray. That's just not accurate. That should be like not accurate with that. Why is he showing as gray? He should show as a. I've done something wrong. I must adjust that later. Um, okay, anyway, so here's my team as I stand. I made the move to get Zebby Matthews and Colt Keith to fill out my squad. So was going to go 6 pitchers, went 7 now. Really like my team. Very flexible. Already have 6 OF. Was going to try to acquire that third catcher there. I really think Carantini would have looked right with that set of catchers. Langeliers, Naylor, Carantini has got to be a nice 3 set of catchers. I think that 3 set of catchers is definitely one you do not have to go 4 with. So a little disappointed that Carantini got off the board there. That is a bit of a, I don't want to say a reach, but in terms of an ADP reach, but this is more than ever now. It's fill team need, get guys time. So there went a couple other catchers there, Murphy and Carantini. Very good, very good. That's filling out. I guess Sean Murphy would have been a good third catcher too, but not for my team build because I already have Naylor. That's why I was targeting Carantini. He's the right catcher for my team build. So now, to me, I have this right here. The team number 5 is me. This is going to be me, team number 5. Let's just do this real quick. This is me, team number 5. Okay, that's me. So this is my standings. That's the total standings. Let's go to average total because we're not on an even round. Average total. This is more accurate in terms of standings, I believe. So my pitching, I've got a 3.62 ERA and a 120 WHIP. 147 strikeouts per pitcher. Stolen bases are very high. I'm 9th in home runs. My lowest, where my team is weak, is home runs and average, of course. That's where my teams are always weak. I have a low amount of wins for some reason. Oh, because the variance is low on that. There's only 5 more wins to first place, so don't even really sweat that. There's only 6 more saves to first place, 9 more saves to first place, so that's not even a big deal either. Low variance here on the pitching, can strike on any of these pitching. Less than 100 out of strikeouts, and some of those teams with the high counters, they do have 10 pitchers. They do have 10 pitchers right here. Some of them have 8 starters. 1, 2, 3. There's 6 teams with 10 pitchers, and I'm still leading the league in pitching, in total pitching, even though I have nine pitchers. So my pitching is monster. So I just need to concentrate here on not falling off on average, which is very easy to do late rounds, and getting home runs. And the thing, the comment I always like to make is it playable? Are these things playable? And I'm going to tell you the person I'm looking for right now in terms of playability, that's Mark Vientos. And I'll tell you why he's playable, because I don't think the Mets believe that Brett Baty is playable against lefties. At least not yet. What year is this for Vientos? God, is this his 3rd year, 4th year? Vientos, he started in 2022. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th year. It'll be his 5th year. Here he's projected to get 399 at-bats. Let's take a look at Vientos right there. He's at the top. Vientos projected for 399, 19, and 242. That would be like close to, he has hit 27 homers in a year in 400 at-bats, 413 at-bats. What was his average? I believe he was 30 average that year, though. No, he was not. He was 266. This Mark Vientos is a smash. That was in 111 games. I have him projected to just play like 100. They're not my projections. My aggregations show him to play about 106, 107 games. And in terms of another thing about Vientos, he possibly will get some first base late in the year, as they show him splitting time with Polanco at first. That is a thing that is shown, that he is splitting some time with Polanco at first. So I think the right pick is maybe Mark Vientos. I think it could be Vientos. Yeah, I don't like his playing time here. Super amount. He is the starting DH, which means he's going to DH against all. He's going to DH against probably all lefty pitchers, because Batty is the other DH. And then does Polanco, does he have splits issues too? I think Polanco just has a durability issue. That's where some Vientos at bats at first might come from. Um, yeah, so in terms of players that you could kind of like legitimately get, um, I think maybe Vientos is the one in terms of what he's going to be able to play into your team. Canzone is another interesting one there. Um, he might be the other upside play. What's going on with that Seattle zone? The Seattle team, they have do man, because that's another player who right there is the same kind of um, uh, not not. I mean, it's a different player, but it's a same type of similar type of profile in terms of could you get him in there? See, because Canzone, he plays against lefties as well. See, I knew it. Similar type of player. Canzone plays against your lefties, and Canzone is not going to play in as many games. But Canzone will get those. There might be more play here to Canzone. No, there's more outfielders later. Third base is thin. Vientos is going to get first. There's no more pop corners. You can play him at a pop corner, so you can get some of your because you got no pop. Your corner don't got pop right now. Where's your corner at? Corner is Castro. Not that that's no pop, but that's the most minimal pop you're allowed to have at corner. Your third baseman doesn't have pop. That's Turang. So it's good to have a poppy third baseman. Get yourself a poppy third baseman. I think that's the right pick there. Uh, yeah, probably Vientos. Probably Vientos. Take these guys off the list. When I pick Vientos, these guys will all be gone. It's probably the right pick there. I guess Westberg. What? No, no, I'm not doing it. I like the 5th year. I like the 5th year of, um, of Mark Vientos. Let's go ahead and get the homie Mark Vientos. Yeah, because then, because if I put Vientos on this team, then I could play him there at third base for some power, or at corner for more power, or even when Castro plays the outfield, I'll just straight play him at corner. Would probably be what I would do, or even at UT to get a little power there. It's not a lot of power. I mean, Jesus, it's not a lot of power, but it's in 400 at bats. So again, you're talking about platoon and smart playing and get your guys leagues. And I'm trying to be aware of the matchups, and that's why when you got a guy who you know is going to play because the other guy doesn't play. I mean, that's a double. That's a double blind. That's two pendulums you got to get together to work. But could I mean if it Vientos has hit 27 home runs in a year, okay, in 400 some at bats, 450 at bats, and he's projected for 400 or 410 at bats right now. So I'm gonna let somebody else take Bryce Miller. I'm gonna let somebody else take the riskiness. Tell yourself why you're not taking the people in front of him. That's the thing you got to do. Okay, Will Vest. That's like that's a decision by committee. That's the worst type of. You can't make a record like that. Bryce Miller, a super upside, injuries, people. My team is that's not my team build. I think he's a good value there. Can't build that team build. Tyon off and Bassett is the best pick right here. But Bassett is a great pick right here. I can't believe I'm letting Chris Bassett go. He would be a Phil starter. That would be a matchup Phil starter. Too old, 36. Can't roll with him. McKinstry, probably should take him to double off Keith, but I'm not. Somebody mentioned like they paired Sosa with Meadroth. Well, probably can't play both those guys at the same time early in the season at least. So I'm not going to pair McKinstry with Keith. Although I don't think I think that is a good plan, redundancy plan. I just Dylan Bieber is another player I think might have some upside. People are talking about. I'm off a heel. Westberg injuries. Mitch Keller is another great smash him here automatic pick if you need innings. That's probably the best pick here, actually, because you play the matchups on him. You're going to get some juice. Pittsburgh, not the worst. You see the probably starting on the IL. If he drops super far, interested, Kikuchi, you never know what you're going to get. I can't roll the dice on that. That's not the way my team is built. If I had a dice rolling team, I would get Kikuchi. And now around Vientos is Canzone, very comparable. Just going to go a different way. Would rather have the third baseman Walker off him, Finnegan, Committee, Volpe, unknown, Sanchez, new team, down part of his career, Priester, probably good value there. Magnum, new team. Pittsburgh hasn't figured out their outfield for years. McAble, if he super fell to 400, maybe. Same with all these guys. These guys below Finnegan. I guess I would take Finnegan above 400. Everybody else has to be below 400 there. Okay, and that's probably not even realistic, but that's really just the values that I perceive. So the best pick here definitely is Mark Vientos. Would give me some power. Vientos is showing with 19 home runs. When's the last time I drafted as many as 19 home runs? When I drafted Adolis Garcia. So yeah, Mark Vientos will be the right pick here because I went Castro, Naylor, Keith, 12, 16, 15. Give me Mark Vientos. Let's do it. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take him. I'm going to touch Mark Vientos. And I'm going to do the dope thing that I do now, though, is where I put it on posterity. Let's put this one down. Let's get it. Because once again, I want to state that the NFBC is nice enough to share off these draft boards that have no names, and I'm not really, you can show my name all day, I don't care. But I do respect that the NFBC makes it so easy for you to do it the other way. Mark Vientos is on my team, and now nobody cares. Nobody cares that I just drafted, because I'm team 5, and I know who team 4, 3, 2, and 1 is. Oh, and my man just went with McAble on an auto pick. That is fine. Anyway, I like that. I like that very much. Coming back to you in the 25th round, then we'll be halfway done. Probably have to take my kids to school, so be in the middle of some mixes there. Real good. Good morning.